Another day, another project. Here we go. So we are narrowing in on getting this car complete. We're still missing the keepers in order to do the springs. I think we're just going to postpone that till another time. I think these springs are probably okay. I did look at them. They're the yellow springs. And this is a 2004, so they shouldn't be too problematic. Car does have about 100,000 miles, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable and confident with what we have, and then we'll upgrade it afterwards once the keepers come in. That way we can just do it all at once. Now I've already kind of prepped the car. I have the plugs out, I have the wires off, I have the coil packs, I have a valve cover off. It's ready to go. I'm 90% of the way there. I'm just going to put it all back together, and we'll go into that later and just do it. But for today, we're going to finish up. We did get the transaxle back in the car, and I'm going to go ahead and put the shifter in. But first, I'm going to clean up the shop here a little bit because I just like to work in a nice clean shop. So follow along. I'm going to put a couple things away. We've got our stands that came in that really helped us with doing that transaxle. These things were great. A huge benefit to have some of this stuff with us. But now it's time to put it away. When you're done playing with your toys, put them away. So here we go. I don't really have a spot for this stuff yet, so we're going to kind of figure it out as we go. Just noticed a nice little pooling of oil on that, so I'm going to clean it up a little bit. That stand is pretty nice. We're going to put this one away over here. This is a stand that I ordered. The first one came in on UPS and it was destroyed. There was nothing there. I mean, there was just this part of it, which is sitting over there. That's the only piece that came in. So I ordered again. The second box came in, and guess what? It also was completely crushed and ripped open. But fortunately, all the parts were there, so we were able to use it. And this worked out great because when we were doing that torque tube, we could put the front of the torque tube on this. We had that other stand supporting the bottom of the motor. And then, of course, we had the transmission jack in the back to raise and lower the transaxle. That was a huge benefit to everything we were trying to do. And again, you know, we're standing up this business from scratch. I didn't have any of this equipment or any of these tools. And so a lot of the stuff I've had to order in. And I didn't expect to have to do this work this early, but that's okay. We have the tools now. We know how to do it. We have the experience of doing it. And so next time it'll probably go easier. And we'll have all the right stuff to do it. We got our new ARP bolt. This is the right or correct length bolt. The issue that I had was it torqued to the 240-pound spec that it was supposed to do, but it had bottomed out. So the damper was not all the way seated up against the timing cover or the front cover like you would expect. Fortunately, we found that. Jake really helped me out on that. He looked up in there, just kind of doing a quality check, went, hey man, these things aren't lined up. So we took a really good look at it. And then I also I have a damper installation tool. We put that back on, took the bolt out, put the damper installation tool back on, and tighten it down further. And it was a little bit sketchy as it was going in because, man, it was groaning and didn't really like to go all the way in there, but it did. And it was fully seated now. So I have the right bolt. We're going to go ahead and install that right now and get this done, and then it'll be ready to torque up as soon as Jake gets here. What I was doing before was just wedging a screwdriver into the clutch to lock up the clutch so I could bolt and unbolt things, but that was the old clutch. We have the LS7 clutch in this thing now. I don't really want to use that, so I'm going to wait for him to get here so he can hold a pry bar and I'll torque it from the front. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. It does come with this lubricant, so I'm going to put it on the threads, also put it on the face of the washer on both sides. So that way it's got just nice ARP fastener assembly lubricant on it. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is a way to lock up this flywheel so I can crank on the back of the motor without doing any sort of damage. Well, instead of hunting around and trying to find some way to lock up this flywheel, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes until Jake gets here. He should be here any minute. In the meantime, I got plenty of other things I can do. I'm gonna throw the shifter in the car while we're waiting. So I'm gonna put the lift down, put the shifter in the car, maybe a couple other things up top. And when he gets here, we'll lock up that flywheel, get that front bolt out, torque it down, then we can finish up in the back. Now, you should be able to pressurize the top of the clutch master cylinder and bleed the slave. Before we do that, we're going to take this fluid out because it's nasty fluid. I'm going to put some new fluid in that master cylinder for the clutch, and then we're going to bleed the slave.